Today. We're going to go over how to max your reputation the fastest and laziest way possible. We're also going to go over how the winter tokens, presents, and the meteor showers work, and how to buy stuff from this guy. If you can't be bothered for this whole thing, then here's a text guide. It'll be linked in the description. But if you use it, you have to like the video. It's the only way YouTube knows I exist. And subscribe. I'm almost at 1K. That'd be dope. My name's Claysthetics, and we're running right into it. So we're going to start this off with how to cap rep. And the most efficient and laziest way to do this is really just to hit all 11 settlements in the 4 winter villages every day. 4 winter villages are just on your map. You just have to scroll in a little bit to see them. There's one in the west of Brightwood. There's one in the north of Weavers. There's one in the south of Monarchs. And there's one in the east of Everfall. Now, these winter villages honestly look epic. And with the skybox, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the way they did them. And the best part about these villages is this wonderful winter wanderer. Look at this majestic claymation being. But he's the star of the show for the winter season, and he's also the vendor. To start this off, though, I really do want to say the nicest part is that it only takes 10,000 reps. So if you're super lazy about it, you'll be able to get this done in 5 days, no problem. And I'll show you why you want to get it done. But starting off with each of the tiers, Reveler, you're going to be able to get this food. You can get one for every single stat, right? But the big thing here is that you're going to be able to actually double the Gleamite when the meteor showers spawn. So you definitely need to have some of this food in your inventory all the time. It's super worth it. So the food's in the Reveler tier, but when we go down to Celebrant, we start getting these 295 weapons. And at level 15, I guess that's not too bad. But every single tier has its own housing stuff. And honestly, just from their icons, they actually look pretty sick. We get down to Merrymaker. All the gear has the same like look to it, basically, as you go higher and higher. And that's a good thing. And again, you start getting more and better, cooler looking like housing stuff. And it's worth a premium token. I'll go over how to get the premium and the regular tokens in a minute. Then we're down into Joybringer. Again, we got the big table, the chandelier. I'm hyped to get some chandeliers from my house that are covered in ice. I think they're going to look sick. But when we finally get to Holiday Region, again, that's only 10K. It's only 10K rep to get here. You like 5 days max of doing everything and you're done. Festive Toy Rabbit. Give present emote. 10 out of 10. Never got to see anybody use it, but I'm all about an emote. And the most important part, an exclusive festival outfit. Basically, the only thing I play games for at this point is to just look better than other people. And even if it looks like shit, other people aren't going to have it if they didn't play at Christmas. Now to actually take a better look, like you're going to get 520 gear from this, which I don't really think it's worth it to buy something like this. But what is worth it is the actual patterns that come with it. They're the same crafting item level as like an orichalcum piece. So you're actually going to be able to plug your like Asmodeum, Glittering Ebony, Runic Leather in, or at least you're supposed to be able to. And if you can do it on live, that means you'll be able to craft these like cool looking weapons at least. Or, whatever that is. Pulling up beside this big thick boy is a bountiful gift sack. I looted it already, so I'm going to plug it in here of what you actually get from it. It's going to give you 125 rep per day and 3 winter tokens. So make sure you hit all 4 of these villages every single day. Now there's also going to be these little holiday huts, and honestly, they're all pretty cute. But this is where you're going to exchange your tokens at. So 3 presents is a winter token, 10 Gleamite. Again, this is why you'd want to double your Gleamite gain, so you can get more presents. 25 winter tokens is 1 premium token, and then you can convert 1 premium token to the winter token. So whatever you need, you're going to be able to convert back and forth freely with no issues, and you're going to be owning. But there is one super important thing about the winter village that you basically can't leave without doing, and that's petting the reindeer. Honestly, like being able to pet something in the game is not something I thought I would like as much as I do, but at the end of the day, it's the little things. Now, where we actually get to power spike our characters. Whenever you go to major settlements like Windsward, Everfall, things like that, you're going to be able to loot exquisite gift piles from under the giant tree of lights. They're basically, they turn them Christmas trees. You can hit every single town once per day, just like the winter villages, and you're going to get a beautifully wrapped present and 150 rep. It's always going to have a couple of winter tokens in it, but your first 3 of the day also come with a diamond gypsum, which you need to craft your gypsum orb for the day, which is also on a 22-hour cooldown, which is kind of nice. And your first 3 presents also come with a lockbox inside of it that has 1 silver ingot and 100 coin. And from what I was reading, it should scale off the level of the Tree of Light. So maybe make your first 3 in a higher tier Tree of Lighted town. day 2 and forward, but I never really got to see a lot of the town board stuff because nobody ever popped the missions on the PTR. So we'll see on live, and I'll probably do an update tomorrow unless you guys have some information on it. Then please just drop a comment and let me know so I can pin it for everyone else. It would help a ton, and I would also like to know too. I also didn't see a way to tell if the Tree of Light was upgraded or not, but I'm going to assume it looks similar to this screenshot, like the smelter, and I also couldn't find it in the overall map. So again, if you have anything like that, let me know. So after you rep cap, which should only take 5 days because you've hit all 11 settlements and all 4 winter villages, it's going to give you 2150 rep. And that's even if you skip everything else. Like no presents, no meteors, just do that every day and you'll be set. You'll be able to buy your costume, emote, and then you can be done. Because I know that's what most people are going to go for anyways. But I do still think it's going to be worth hitting at least 3 towns so that way you can craft your gypsum orb every day. Because after the first 3, it just doesn't really matter anymore. So you should set your main goals to be get rep cap in the first 5 days, get your emote and get your costume, and then, well, just hit 3 towns and be done with the Christmas event for the day. Now to talk about the ice caves a little bit. As you progress the quest line from the Winter Wanderer, he's going to send you to them. So there really isn't a point in going to any of them without the quests. From what I noticed, at least, I tried grinding the mobs in there and they really didn't give anything special. There is one cave at the very north of the map, and there's a lot of elite mobs. They're not exactly easy to solo, but I guess you can. I did here just to see what was inside, and there's an elite chest and 3 Orchillium veins. So that was cool, and apparently there was a altar with like runestone half. I didn't get to figure out how to do that because I really didn't want to ruin the whole Christmas event for myself, so I'm assuming it's from a quest line from the Winter Wanderer. But again, if you know more about it, just leave a comment and tell me what it's all about with whatever you summon from the runestone halves. Apparently it's something summon some kind of warrior dude, so hopefully drop something cool. As for the presents that are going to be laying around on the ground and flying in the air, make sure you have a ranged weapon with you. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it can shoot. Muskets seem to be the easiest to get it with. The ones that are flying in the air are going to give you 25 rep each, and as you shoot it, you don't have to go pick it up. It's just going to go directly to your inventory, which is like pretty nice quality of life. And the ones on the ground are going to give you 5 rep each, and it's just like I showed you at the Winter Hut earlier, it's just a 3-to-1 exchange on the presents. So pretty easy way to get winter tokens, and you get a ton of these things really fast. As long as you're just walking around in the open world, you're going to get a ton. It also keeps you from looking up at the sky the entire night because this shit is so loud, it's actually going to make you jump if you got your shit too loud. But it's going to let you know it's there. That's really all you need to know. So it's going to spawn these meteor chunks that are going to hit the ground. It's going to destroy shit, knock you on your ass. And the large gleamite chunks are going to be worth 25 rep each, and the small ones are going to be worth 5 rep each. Remember to pop your food before you loot this shit. It's going to give you double the amount of gleamite, and on average, without the food, you're going to get like 120 to 150 if you can loot all of the stuff. And with it, you're going to get 240 to 300. And again, the Gleamite shards are a 10-to-1 ratio, 10-to-1 for per token. That's basically a rundown of the entire Christmas event, at least for the most part. There really isn't a lot else to it. I'm pretty sure that's everything, but it is actually a really cool Christmas event, and I really liked it, so hopefully it's really fun on live, too. But now it's time for all you real motherfuckers that always stand at the end of the video. You know I love you the most. And honestly, this is probably one of the better Christmas events that I've played in MMO, and honestly, there's a lot of haters and doomers on the world right now, but this is a sick event. You can't really say too many negatives about it. Like, for a launch MMO to have such a cool event, I'm pretty pumped. I love the way the Claymation Yeti looks. His ridiculous sounding like, I love it. I just think stupid shit like that is just what I love in games. So I'm all about it. I love it. Yeah, sure, he's annoying, but so am I. You know, that's how it goes. But if they keep adding stuff like this, it only makes me more hyped for more events in the futures. And I honestly can't wait to see where the game goes in a year from now. They keep going with ridiculous Claymation Yetis and like dope meteor storms like this. It's looking pretty good, honestly. As long as they start fixing stuff, that would be great. That would be good. I don't want to get slow bugged again. You know what? But now for the real reason you're here at the end of the video. The meteor showers kind of figured something out. If you're by yourself, there's not many people around you. If you're in like a remote area of a zone, it seems to actually spawn the meteor shower close to you. So you can basically get the whole thing to yourself pretty reliably. There obviously isn't a lot of people on the PTR, so that might change for live if you're on a populated server like I am. We'll just have to see how it works. I'll probably post a video again about just random shit later this week about it. But on the PTR, I go to like 2 different zones and spawn 2 meteor showers. So I was in Everfall. I spawned 1. I ran around Everfall for an entire night and I only got 1, and I was like, okay. But what if I went to 2? So I went to Everfall and I went to Reekwater. and I get 2 meteor spawns in one night. And if it can work on live, it's basically just going to give you double the gleamite every single night, which is just going to let you get super far ahead on rep. I'll be trying to do it every single night, and if it still works when it makes it to live, then well, we're going to be gaming. So I hope you all enjoy the event as much as I do, because I loved it on the PTR, and I honestly think it's going to be a blast on live. I do hope you all stay safe and blessed this Christmas. I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.